Hi everyone, this is Amy. Welcome to my channel. I decided to try Lancaster Farm Fresh Co-op again because we got that amazing box the first time and I'm sort of curious if it's going to keep up because Worthy Flavors was like that in the beginning too, and Farm Box I really liked originally, but lately not so much. So I changed to the medium box because Colin isn't home for dinner as much now as he was. For those of you maybe that don't know, Colin is a stage manager, production manager, and he used to tour. Hopefully he doesn't do that again, at least not now. But now he's working local shows as the concert industry is coming back. And that's one of the reasons I started doing this, was because he hasn't worked since like March of 2020 until like the last month. And he actually didn't get unemployment either. Don't know why. State of New Jersey unemployment. They actually sent him a bill asking him to repay what little he did get when the person he spoke to on the phone last time told him that they owed him a lot of money. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that. Maybe, hopefully, eventually he'll get that. But that's one of the reasons why I started doing this and posting to YouTube, was because we needed food, quite frankly. And it's kind of hard when only one person is generating an income. And he did work for UPS for a while, but that was seasonal. So I had to do something. And I decided that I could order from these companies, post to YouTube. A lot of you use my codes. And by the way, if you want to try Lancaster Farm Fresh, use code Aimee, A-I-M-E-E, 5, and you'll get $5 off your first order. But full disclosure, you do have to live in New Jersey, the Washington, D.C. metro area, or I think southeastern Pennsylvania. But you can also just go to their website and enter your zip code in the website and see if they deliver to you, or just do that if you want them to deliver in your area, and maybe they'll expand to wherever you are. So this is the medium box. It's $39.99 for all organic produce. It's a little less expensive, but to be honest, the reason I did it is because at least right now, I don't need that big box if he's not home for dinner. So let's get the box open and find out what's inside. It's packaged with this Mylar stuff again. And I mentioned this before. When I first started ordering for home delivery, I worked with a local company called Front Porch Organics. They're up in Sparta, and it was the only thing I could find that had anything available. And we actually wound up having to pick up our groceries from them in the beginning because they were overwhelmed with orders because, you know, all the closures. And I really like them, and I wish I could keep ordering from them, but it was really expensive. So I had to seek all these other companies. But they used to package like this with the Mylar. I'm not sure how environmentally friendly that is, but okay. And they have these foam refrigerant. Interesting. Refreeze our bricks. Foam refrigerant. Refrigerator in a bag for any perishable that needs to be kept cold for hours and hours. And it feels spongy. It's like Oasis. My mother's a florist. She owns a flower shop in Maine, by the way. If you're ever in Camden, Maine, it's a flower and wine shop called Lily, Lupin, and Fern. Go there. Say hi to Bunny and Gary. That's my mom and stepdad. Anyway, it feels like Oasis, which is the brick that they put in the bottom of arrangements that aren't in a vase, you know, if they're in like a container. And that's what it feels like. It's still cold. That's what this is. Interesting. But again, if you're in Maine, go to Lily, Lupin, and Fern. And we've got 3 of those. And they're lighter than an ice pack. So it's not like that thud, like when I get those ice packs are on top of the Misfits boxes where it thuds. That didn't happen. And then they put some paper between that and the stuff in here. So the top one is a little damp, but this one is not. So this method works. I think it's interesting. Oh, I got this. Oh yes, gluten-free sunflower honey bread. And I got this because Brittany, who is the person that contacted me from Lancaster Fresh and asked me to give them a try, she said this was really good, so I'm trying it. Should I open it up and taste it? I've never done that before. Well, I did with, somebody sent me some protein bars and I tasted them while I was unboxing. Let's try it. One thing I don't like is this little tab. This is hard to open. Let's try the end, because I like ends. Oh, it's good. That's really good. It has a little sweetness, but it's good. I'm just gonna sit here and keep eating this bread. Okay, it's gone. That was good. Oh, arugula. This looks awesome. And some peppers. Maybe it would be a good time for me to check to see what they sent me, so I know what to tell you guys what kind of peppers these are. These are G Dolce peppers. A-J-I Dolce peppers. Interesting. And some squash. This is really cool looking. Center cut squash is what they say this is. It's really interesting looking. I'm not sure what to do with that. I'm gonna have to look it up. If you know what to do with this squash, leave me a comment down below and let me know. Have you had it before? Let me know. Look, and between each layer, they put packaging. Oh, you know what? That is so nice. And this looks like acorn squash. Let me double check. I mean, that's what I think it is, but maybe it's not. Honey nut squash. That must be what this is. Or maybe this is honey. This doesn't look like honey nut. We're gonna call that center cut squash, and we're gonna call this honey nut squash. But this is interesting. All these squashes. And then I got some sesame organic tahini. This was an add-on, and so was this bread. It was an add-on. This is 100% roasted pressed sesame seeds. And I use this in hummus because I make my own hummus. I don't buy store-bought hummus because it doesn't taste as good, for one thing. For another thing, there's a lot of stuff in that just isn't good for you at all. So I make my own hummus. I also use this in tahini sauce when I make falafels. And this looks like eggplant. Ooh, I can make some eggplant parm. Oh, it's so cute. Graffiti eggplant, and we've got 2 of those. I'm really excited about that. Honey nut squash. Got some things that are all wrapped up together. It looks like we got some parsley. Celery's on the list, but parsley is not on the list. So maybe that was an accident? Or maybe this is, oh, it's the celery greens. It's the top of the celery. So if I were to juice, I would use this. Duh, Amy. I've never seen a company do that. They cut it, and then they attach the tops to the celery. That's interesting. And then we've got, ooh, red potatoes. What are they calling these? Red fingerling potatoes. They're nice. And look, take that, misfits. Look at the size of this bag. Just saying. What is this? Some beautiful tomatoes. Just said red tomatoes. They look like beefsteak. There's 3 of these. All right, so for 40 bucks, I don't remember what the bread and the tahini cost. They were add-ons, but everything else in my sink, and I'm gonna show you that. Look, I mean, this, compare that to the Farm Box Direct order I got earlier this week, which was an accident. I didn't know that was coming, and I probably should have paid more attention to know that it was coming, but that order, and if you missed that video, there's a link to it in the description down below. That order was over $70 and didn't have that much stuff. It wasn't the best quality. This blows that away. And honestly, right now, this is my favorite company. So if you want to give Lancaster Farm Fresh Co-op a try, remember, there's a link in the description down below where you can save $5. And you can go to their website, enter your zip code, see if they deliver to your area, or maybe, you know, doing that will let them know you want them to deliver to your area. So just do that. This is an amazing company. Everything I've gotten from them so far, which is twice, mind you, but 2 times, and I'm super impressed what they provide. So I highly recommend Lancaster Farm Fresh Co-op. If you like this video, please give it a like and share it with somebody else that could order from Lancaster Farm Fresh and save some money on their groceries. And remember, I post at least 3 videos a week that can help you live a better life. So remember to subscribe and ring that bell so that you never miss a video. This is Amy. Happy eating. Thank you for watching. I will see you real soon. Bye.